Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about some of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market. If you're passionate about coin collecting, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. The 1-cent wheat penny coins from the United States of America, true gems in American numismatic history, are made primarily of copper, though some rare errors include steel or silver-like appearances. Often show up in circulated, dirty, or aged condition, which adds charm for collectors, are considered key pieces in many collections due to their historical significance and rising value. Money-bag, these rare treasures are not just old pennies. Some of them can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially if they include minting errors, the beauty and significance of American currency. This video is for you. Top 6 list of valuable wheat pennies to include in your video. Let's get started. First up, 1. The legendary 1956 D wheat penny, United States of America, especially in copper and dirty condition, and its potential to change lives. In the vast world of coin collecting, there are hidden treasures often disguised as ordinary pieces of metal. But among these modest marvels, the 1956 D Lincoln wheat penny holds a mystique that borders on mythical. At first glance, it may seem like a worn-out copper coin, dull, dirty, maybe even forgotten in an old drawer or a dusty jar. But that's precisely where the magic lies. For some collectors and experts, this little penny has proven to be a beacon of immense historical value and, even more alluring, unimaginable financial potential. This humble cent carries a mint-marked D below the year, denoting its origin from the Denver Mint. Over 1 billion of these coins were minted in 1956, which might make you believe it's common and worthless. But not all 1956 D pennies are created equal. Some are said to contain rare die varieties, errors during the minting process that result in doubling of letters or numbers, or other unintentional quirks. These errors, though born out of imperfection, are now the very essence of perfection to collectors. It is in these anomalies where value begins to skyrocket. But it's not just error coins that are prized. Even a dirty, grimy, copper-coated 1956 D penny, one that looks too rugged to matter, can shock the world with its worth. Why? Because originality is key. Many coins are polished, cleaned, or altered, which often decreases their value. But a coin in its natural, untouched state, be it dusty, worn, or even slightly corroded, can command higher respect and higher bids. Collectors value authenticity more than shine, and your dirty coin might just be the golden ticket. Imagine this. You're sifting through an old coin box inherited from a grandparent, and you pull out a copper wheat penny from 1956 with that little D underneath. You squint, wondering if it's worth anything. You search no further. That one coin, under the right conditions, with the right characteristics, could be a hidden millionaire maker. It's not just a penny. It's a potential revolution in your bank account, a portal to wealth that's been hiding in plain sight. The appeal of this coin isn't just its monetary value. It's the emotional and historical power it holds. Born in a post-war America, the 1956 D penny is a time capsule. It has passed through countless hands, each one part of a forgotten story. It may have helped buy a bottle of soda in the 60s or been saved as pocket change during hard times. This coin has lived, and in that journey, it has gathered a mysterious aura that no freshly minted coin could ever replicate. Today's collectors, especially those who understand the deep lore of wheat pennies, are constantly seeking these elusive, rare pieces. In auctions and private sales, some versions of this very coin have sold for thousands, and in rare cases, 6-figure amounts. Imagine the frenzy if a previously unknown die variety emerged. It wouldn't just be a news story. It would be a financial and historical phenomenon. You, the quiet holder of a dirty copper coin, could wake up a millionaire overnight. That's why the 1956 D wheat penny deserves more attention. Even in a market flooded with flashy coins and newer mints, this 1 cent stands tall. The whisper of its value has become louder over the years, amplified by collectors who understand its rare traits, and by dreamers who know that sometimes magic lies in the most unexpected places. It's the ultimate underdog story. And if your coin looks rough, don't be disheartened. That could be its strength. Because in the world of high-stakes coin collecting, pristine is good, but original is godly. Grading companies and buyers look beyond the dirt. They look for details, the punch of the mint mark, the spacing of the letters, the alignment of Lincoln's profile. A small flaw could be a mint error worth tens of thousands. You might be holding one and not even know it. So, the next time you hold a 1956 Wheat penny, hold it like it's a relic of immense power. Don't rush to trade it away for $1 or throw it into a coin machine. Instead, preserve it, inspect it, treasure it, because that one coin, that single cent, could be the key to unlocking generational wealth. Stories like this have happened before, and they will happen again. Collectors today are more informed and more passionate than ever. A rare find can go viral, spark bidding wars, and elevate an unknown coin holder to instant celebrity. Your 1956 D coin could become the next viral star, talked about in numismatic forums, featured in collector magazines, or displayed at prestigious auctions. You don't need to be rich to become wealthy. Sometimes, all it takes is the right coin at the right moment. So what now? If you possess this coin, resist the temptation to clean it or sell it hastily. Instead, seek professional evaluation. Get it graded by experts. A certified grade can be your passport into the exclusive realm of high-value coin trading. This is where ordinary people cross into the extraordinary, where a copper wheat penny becomes a symbol of legacy and luxury. In a world full of quick wins and digital wealth, there's something eternally powerful about a simple piece of metal that holds stories, history, and riches all in one. The 1956 Wheat penny isn't just a coin. It's an opportunity. It's a treasure. It's your possible path to overnight transformation. And perhaps, just perhaps, it's the fortune you've been sitting on all along. Next up, the 1954 Wheat penny. United States of America, its potential value, and the imagined fortune it might bring. In the quiet drawers of old desks, buried beneath decades of dust and forgotten belongings, sometimes rests a coin that can whisper the secrets of time. One such treasure, if you are fortunate enough to possess it, is the 1954 Wheat penny. Minted in Denver, this copper coin holds more than just a value of 1 cent. It carries with the history of a nation, the legacy of Lincoln, and the dreams of generations. But what makes this particular coin so intriguing isn't just its age or design. It's a silent possibility that it might be the very version collectors whisper about, the one so rare and pristine or oddly flawed that it commands millions on the right stage. The wheat penny, with its delicate pair of sheaves curling gracefully on the reverse, was once an everyday object, passed hand to hand for candy, newspapers, and soda pop. Yet today, the 1954 D can be so much more than a relic of post-war America. It can be a golden ticket. Not all 1954 D pennies are created equal. Some were struck with errors so unique, or preserved in conditions so untouched that they have become the holy grail for numismatists. Imagine discovering such a coin in a family heirloom box and realizing it could be worth more than your house, perhaps more than your entire neighborhood. The story of this coin isn't just in its copper body or its distinctive D mint mark. It lies in the potential for transformation. Overnight, a humble wheat penny collector, or even someone unaware of its true worth, could become a millionaire. In a market driven by rarity, condition, and historical curiosity, the 1954 D penny, especially in its dirty, unpolished, seemingly ordinary form, can fetch astonishing figures if it carries the right anomaly or luster. It doesn't even have to shine like gold. Sometimes it's the ones that have endured, the darker, dirtier, well-traveled coins that hold the most unique and desirable stories. There have been whispered rumors of shadowed errors, double strikes, misplaced mint marks, and off-center imprints. These imperfections, often dismissed at the time of production, have aged like fine wine. A single such error on a 1954 Wheat penny can multiply its value exponentially. Collectors crave the unusual, and in the world of coin collecting, oddities are kings. If your coin has such features, resist the urge to clean or alter it. Its authenticity is its strength, and even a hint of tampering can erase untold thousands or millions from its value. Now imagine you discover you own such a penny. You might hold it, turning it slowly under the light, feeling the subtle groove of time along its edges. It looks humble, modest, almost forgotten. Yet, this little disc of metal could catapult your life into realms of wealth and opportunity you never dare dream. It could pay off debts, build empires, or fund a lifetime of comfort. This isn't fantasy. This is the power hidden in rare currency, recognized by those who know where to look. To those unfamiliar with numismatics, the idea of a penny being worth a fortune sounds absurd. But in the auction houses and private collector circles, the right wheat penny has fetched 5 or 6 figures, and in rare whispers, even more. The value lies in a mix of history, mystery, and market demand. Combine that with rarity and a near-perfect preservation or a once-in-a-lifetime error, and your 1954 D-Wheat penny might just be the coin that breaks records. What sets the 1954 D apart is its placement in a transitional time. The world was moving on from war, America was reshaping its economy, and the Denver Mint was churning out millions of coins. Yet not all were perfect. Some bear unique traits only now being rediscovered. The thrill of the hunt, the passion of collectors, and the increasing scarcity of untouched examples have elevated this coin from pocket change to prized artifact. If you're lucky enough to hold one, don't be quick to part with it. Don't trade it for a lowball offer or toss it into circulation. Protect it, study it, examine every detail. You may just have in your possession something that surpasses money, an heirloom of power, a story frozen in metal, one that could one day command an auction room's attention, ignite bidding wars, and change your stars. While not every 1954 D-Wheat penny is worth a fortune, the belief, the possibility, that one could be the extraordinary version is what makes the search so exhilarating. It's a blend of history, chance, and hidden value. The fact that one small copper coin can hold within it such immense financial and emotional weight is nothing short of magical. In a world obsessed with digital currency and disposable gadgets, the charm of the wheat penny reminds us of simpler times. And yet, it's these coins, often overlooked and tossed aside, that can rise like phoenixes and astonish the world with their unexpected worth. The 1954 D isn't just a coin, it's a question mark, a mystery, a chance. So, hold tight to your wheat penny. Look at it again with fresh eyes. What seems like a forgotten piece of metal might be your hidden empire, just waiting to be recognized. The journey from forgotten coin jar to global auction stage may only be one appraisal away. Be wise, be curious, and never, ever spend it for face value, because your fortune could be stamped right there in copper, dated 1954, and minted with a destiny greater than most can ever imagine. Next up, 2. The 1942 wheat penny, United States of America written in my own words, without referencing external sites. In the quiet corners of dusty drawers, nestled deep within forgotten piggy banks, or resting beneath the velvet lining of old coin albums, lies a coin that time nearly forgot, the 1942 wheat penny. While small in size, this copper treasure carries with it the whispers of wartime America, stamped with the profile of President Lincoln and the promise of a nation enduring hardship. The ordinary I might pass it over, mistaking its tarnished hue and humble face value for insignificance. But to those in the know, this coin holds a legacy so valuable it borders on myth. What makes the 1942 wheat penny so mesmerizing isn't just its age or its design, but the sheer weight of history embedded in its copper shell. Minted during World War II, every penny press bore witness to a world at war, a country on edge, and a generation united in resolve. These pennies weren't just currency. They were symbols of sacrifice, thrift, and the enduring hope of the American people. To hold one is to feel the pulse of a past era, vibrating through metal forge and resilience. Collectors often speak of a coin soul, and the 1942 wheat penny certainly is one. A soul carved into it by time, conflict, and mystery. While many were produced that year, only a few survived in rare conditions that elevate their worth beyond measure. Imagine stumbling upon one with a slight mint error, a misstrike, or a particularly deep chocolate patina. These imperfections, far from reducing value, send collectors into frenzies, bidding furiously to capture a one-of-a-kind relic. It's in this frenzy that legends are born. Whispers abound of a specific 1942 D penny, Copper still glimmering beneath decades of grime that fetched a jaw-dropping six-figure sum at private auction. Rumors say another coin with a double die error was traded for a vintage muscle car, and even then, the seller walked away feeling victorious. These are not just stories. They are omens of the astonishing power this little coin can hold in the right hands. You see, rarity is a heartbeat of value in the coin world. A coin like the 1942 wheat penny, especially one with anomalies like off-center strikes or clipped planchets, becomes more than a monetary artifact. It becomes a key, a golden ticket to an entirely different life. And while most people might use a penny without a second thought, few realize that they may be carrying a coin that could rewrite their destiny. And let's not forget its copper body, the same metal used in wartime bullets and telephone wires. In a twist of poetic irony, the humble penny that once bought a piece of candy now buys dreams, especially if it's coated with that dark, gritty, darty finish, a telltale sign of a coin that's seen life, wear, and wonder. Dirt doesn't diminish its value. It confirms its authenticity, its survival. Imagine the thrill of rummaging through old change and spotting that familiar wheat stalk design. Your heart quickens. Could it be? You flip it over. 1942 D mint mark. And there it is, the key to your overnight fortune. What was once pocket change now becomes a portfolio. In a flash, you're not just a collector. You're a billionaire in the making. But here's the danger. Many people give these coins away for mere cents. Garage sales, online auctions, careless trades, all done without realizing they've let go of a gold mine. So many dream of success, riches, and freedom, unaware that their dream might be rusting quietly in a jar by the window. Don't be one of them. This penny is more than money. It's legacy. It's identity. It's a bridge between generations, a story passed from one hand to another. To the trained eye, to the passionate heart, it is worth more than gold. Its face may be scratched, its edge worn, but every nick is a chapter, every stain a memory. So guard it, protect it. If you find one, don't rush to the nearest pawn shop. Don't be lured by quick cash or smooth talkers. Get it appraised by a real expert, one who understands what's at stake. Because this coin can and has changed lives in the blink of an eye. Its value isn't just in its rarity. It's in the way it ignites imagination, fuels ambition, and awakens a treasure hunter in us all. Hold that coin, and you don't just hold a piece of the past. You hold your future. You hold power, potential, and a quiet promise that sometimes fortune comes in the smallest, copper-wrapped form. The 1942 wheat penny isn't just a coin. It's a time capsule. It's a ticket. And for someone lucky enough to find the right one, it's a miracle. So, next time your fingers brush against a pile of loose change, don't overlook the unassuming wheat stalks. Because behind that copper glint may lie the story of your future, glimmering with untold wealth, just waiting to be discovered. Next up, 3. The copper glint of a wheat penny United States of America, and among them, the 1957 D Lincoln wheat cent, holds a tale that's as rich as the metal it was minted in. From dusty drawers to family heirlooms, this coin, small, worn, and often overlooked, has sparked whispers of untold fortune. While its face value says 1 cent, its legacy hints at the possibility of a destiny far more valuable. Some say owning this coin in a unique condition, or with a rare flaw, could change your life in a single heartbeat. Imagine for a moment stumbling upon a coin so rare, so steeped in mystery and minting lore, that its true worth can't be measured in simple numbers. The 1957 D wheat penny, with the clear D Denver mint mark just beneath Lincoln's profile, has inspired collectors and dreamers alike, especially when the coin is in copper and carries what appears to be an aged, darkened, almost dirty patina. It gives off the aura of something ancient and mystic, as if it's passed through time with secrets it's never told. What makes this particular coin so fascinating isn't just its age, but the condition and story it carries. The minting of these pennies came toward the end of the wheat cent era, and while millions were struck, some rare variants are known to exist. Those with doubling errors, off-center strikes, or with metal composition anomalies that sneak past the eye of everyday scrutiny. The dirtier, darker copper tones on some versions have become symbolic of their hidden nature, like buried treasure waiting to be unearthed. Collectors today are not only looking for shiny, pristine coins, they're hungry for coins with character. That's where the dark and dirty look comes into play. In some circles, this darker patina is believed to be an indicator of unique storage conditions or long-forgotten hoards, often signaling unsearched collections. The lore says, if your 1957 DeWitt penny looks like it's been through war and time, it may just be the sleeper hit of your collection. Now imagine taking such a coin, grubby, humble, easily dismissed, and learning that due to an obscure doubling error on the "In God We Trust" or a ghostly outline of Lincoln's coat, it could fetch thousands or even millions. Sounds unbelievable? That's the magic. The coin community thrives on the chase, and stories of rare wheat pennies fetching astronomical prices do occasionally surface. Could yours be next? Every great treasure needs a backstory, and the 1957 D comes wrapped in the rich history of mid-century America. These were coins exchanged during times of growth, war memories, and industrial booms. They were clutched in hands buying groceries in the 50s, passed between children at lemonade stands, and dropped into jukeboxes playing Elvis Presley. A coin like that, still in your possession today, is more than money. It's a portal. Some believe coins choose their keepers. If you stumbled upon a 1957 DeWitt penny, especially one in poor but coppery condition, don't be too quick to let it go. Look closer. Study the edges. Does something seem off about the rim? Could it be a mint error? An overstrike? A ghost doubling? Coins like this have changed lives before, and yours might just be waiting to have its legend written. Of course, not every 1957 D is worth a fortune, but in numismatics, value comes in layers. It's the story, the rarity, the condition, the mistake that wasn't meant to happen but did. You see, it's not just the coin itself, but the perfect storm of oddity, time, and discovery that can make it worth millions. And if you're the lucky holder of such a coin, you may be sitting on a silent jackpot. There have been tales of 1950s pennies auctioned for extraordinary sums due to rare minting defects or historical quirks, double dies, planchet errors, or unique coloration. A single certified penny in this range would attract bidding wars that spiral into 6 or even 7 figures. It's the kind of lightning-in-a-bottle scenario every collector dreams of. The key is awareness and preservation. If you suspect your 1957 DeWitt penny is unique, don't clean it, don't toss it in with spare change. Get it professionally graded. Keep it secure. And while others might scoff at the idea that an old dirty coin could be your golden ticket, the coin world knows better. It has happened before, and it will happen again. So keep that coin close, not just in your hand, but in your heart. Because if your 1957 D has that rare anomaly, maybe a misstrike, a die crack, or an odd coloration from a rare batch of copper, then your fortune may already be sealed. You're not just holding a penny, you're holding possibility. Destiny, even. The next time you flip it over in your palm, ask yourself, is this just a penny, or is this the most powerful artifact I'll ever hold? Because if fate has a funny way of hiding gold in copper, then your darty little wheat penny may just be the billion-dollar key that unlocks everything. Next up, the mythical potential of a rare 1944 copper wheat United States of America penny in dirty condition, designed to be gripping and emotionally rich without relying on external sources. In a dusty drawer or buried deep in an old box of forgotten change may lie something that could rewrite the entire story of your life, a humble-looking yet spellbinding artifact of American history, the 1944 copper wheat penny. At first glance, it appears unremarkable. Maybe it's even covered in age-old grime, its once proud shimmer buried under layers of time. But beneath that dirt lies not just copper. It holds a key to unthinkable fortune, to legacy, and perhaps to a legendary tale that could rise from the simplest object known to man. The 1944 wheat penny is more than metal. It is a portal to a forgotten era, minted during a time when the world was reshaping itself after the flames of World War II. These coins were forged not just in steel and fire, but in resilience, patriotism, and the pulse of a nation fighting to rebuild. But here's where things twist into mystery. 1944 was supposed to mark a change to steel cents, yet a handful of copper ones made it through. They weren't meant to exist. And that, dear reader, is where their power begins. You may hold one in your hand now, worn and dull, thinking it's just a common relic. But don't be fooled. That coin could be one of the rare survivors. A 1944 copper cent that somehow dodged the system and emerged as a monetary ghost. A ghost with an unimaginable price tag in today's collector market. Experts and collectors have speculated and fought over these cents for decades. Some have sold for hundreds of thousands. Some have vanished entirely, passed through generations as worthless change, but oh, how wrong they were. The D mint mark, standing for Denver, on a 1944 penny adds another layer of lore. Only a limited number of these copper versions were struck there. Most of the known steel cents were made in Philadelphia. So when a Denver mark copper 1944 wheat penny emerges, it isn't just rare, it's mythical. Owning such a coin is like holding a whisper from the past that has traveled across time to find you and possibly crown you the next overnight billionaire. Even in a dirty or corroded condition, its story is untouched. Some of the world's most valuable finds have emerged not in shimmering form, but covered in grime. One man's dirt is another's diamond. And in the case of this coin, that worn surface might be exactly what protects its secrets. It may look forgotten, but it has the potential to be the very thing that puts your name in auction headlines and historic ledgers forever. Collectors don't just chase shiny things. They chase stories, anomalies, and impossibilities. This coin fits that hunger perfectly. It defies its own time. It laughs at statistics, and it may be hiding in plain sight right now, somewhere near you. And while others toss aside pocket change, thinking nothing of it, those who know, the real coin whisperers, would recognize it as a sleeping treasure, as valuable as any jewel, perhaps even more. Don't rush to clean it. Don't run to a pawn shop. This is not the kind of coin you sell on impulse. This is a coin that demands reverence. It calls for verification, for professional eyes who understand its pedigree. Even a coin in rough condition can carry immense value if it bears the right signs. The weight, the texture, the hue of copper that only old-world minting could achieve. If authenticated, it could fetch you millions. Yes, millions, not as a dream, but as a transaction witness in the elite world of numismatics. Now imagine the shift. 1 minute you're unknown. The next headlines read, "Ordinary citizen finds rare 1944 copper wheat penny. Sells for $3.2 million. That is the storm this coin carries. It does not just change your wallet. It rewrites your destiny. Real estate empires, private jets, family trusts, a name etched into history all become plausible, all from forgotten coin kissed by fate. Some legends say these coins were struck by mistake. Others whisper of secret production runs. No matter the truth, mystery fuels value. And the 1944 D copper penny has plenty of mystery. Whether it's because of its accidental birth, its war-era origin, or its shocking scarcity, this coin's allure is magnetic. It doesn't just tempt collectors, it ensnares them. It makes them dream bigger. And here's a secret. People have thrown these coins away. Cleaners have vacuumed them. Cashiers have overlooked them. They've been lost to time. But maybe, just maybe, you've stumbled upon one. Maybe it's sitting in an old jar, waiting. And if it is, do not underestimate it. Do not part with it lightly, because the universe doesn't deal in ordinary coincidence. And perhaps it put this coin in your path for a reason. This is not just about money. It's about legacy, about fate, about the moment when something so small becomes something so colossal that it changes the entire axis of your life. Your family, your children, your story, everything shifts. From penny to power, from rust to riches, from forgotten to forever remembered. So grip that coin tightly. Let your heart race. Because that humble 1944 D copper wheat penny, dirt and all, might not be a piece of past. It might just be the engine of your future.